Bless up, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. Watch, like, share, comment. Subscribe if you're also new. West Kingston under curfew. The boundaries of the curfew are as followed. North along Race Course, Lane, Blown Street, from the intersection of Little King Street, traveling to the fence line, forming the western priority of the Golden Heights housing development. Also annexing the northern and eastern section of the development, traveling south along Pave Gully and continue to the intersection of William Street and Upper Rose Lane. East along Rose Lane from the intersection of William Street, continue along Rose Lane to the intersection of Beeston Street and Rose Lane. South along Beeston Street from Rose Lane, continue west along Beeston Street to an intersection with Spanish Town Road and southwest along Spanish Town Road to Little King Street, excluding Denham Town High School and Denham Town Police Station. West along Little King Street from Spanish Town Road to the intersection of Racecourse Lane, Blown Street. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless authorized by the written ground commandment. Judge rejects fine recommendation for a driver in death of Clancarty schoolboy. The sentence hearing for the driver of the garbage truck. Yeah, man, so right now that hearing there. A little thing that were going on with the Clancarty residents. Yeah, man, the little youth where the rubbish truck did reverse and take him like a 3 points. It's still a go on. The hearing still a go on, my viewers. It haven't reached anywhere really as yet. But we'll give you some further information upon it once it becomes available. Man accused of killing lawyer Clover Graham use fake address on bail bond. Court say the Home Circuit Court this morning heard that the St. Catherine laborer who is to be tried for the death of the lawyer Clover Graham gave the police a fake address on his bail bond. The defendant, Quaran Patterson, otherwise called Q, of Garden Pen in Spanish Town, who was to start his trial on Friday, has jumped bail. This morning, when the matter was mentioned, a prosecutor informed the Justice, Linton Pusey, that the police made checks at the address in Belvedere Red Hills, St. Andrew, where he was granted bail to reside, but no such address exists. One of the lawyer, George Stewart, further told the court that multiple efforts were made on the weekend to reach him and his relatives, but were not fruitful. Arising from his absence at court today, the judge ordered that the bench warrant to be issued. The Crown is alleging that Graham, who was employed to the legal aid clinic in Kingston, was taken from her home and then taken out. An autopsy revealed that she died from an incest wound to the neck. Peterson was among 3 men who were arrested and charged with the death and conspiracy in October 2012 in October in connection with the death. Lawyer Law Sarah Lewis is also representing Patterson. Graham was a lecturer at the University Technology Jamaica and Norman Manley Law School on Mona campus of the University of the West Indies. She's also worked as the United Nations High Commissioner on Refugees, Herani License Officer in Jamaica. Her death came 5 years after her twin Mackenzie and his girlfriend Johan White were taken out in a similar fashion by men who demanded a ransom after a motor vehicle crash. Man dies after being stabbed at funeral. Relatives being sought. The St. Mary police are seeking a man who allegedly killed his uncle during a dispute at a funeral in Whitehall on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 60-year-old Marvin Watson. Details surrounding the incident are sketchy, but it is reported that the men were at a funeral at Whitehall Cemetery when a dispute developed. The funeral for the nephew daughter. It is further reported that the dispute escalated and Watson was stabbed by his nephew. He fled the scene. The injured man later succumbed. A police search for the nephew has been launched and a probe is on the way for the incident. Some of you will just watch, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, just do so by clicking the subscription button. Bless up.